Yeah, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the YouTube stream, and therefore I don't know how to position myself properly just to ensure some conditions are very cold. Okay. So, and then you have a Supreme Court issue a free Supreme Court about and Obaswa, just try as much as you can to share. Sabaya so a bit to be follow. And then we're going to have a talk conversation regarding what happened yesterday our court and a day before no they see our the Parliament of Ghana. That is the conversation we are going to have today. And to tell a friend say Ebi awate winim the details I have the court ruling, everything is here. I want us to delve deeper into what happened yesterday and the discussions are also on the social space. Maybe and if you really want to understand what actually happened yesterday, your court join the live your friends and we are and let's have a conversation. And I'm sure say by the time you will be able to at least about some of the development I see your court. And a topic for discussion, the whole of a name one issue ubia has to do with the ruling by the Supreme Court and that dominating your friends and various discussions across the CCI. Until like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's share the link. Sebaya Obi Subenya be area or Facebook. I'm posting the link there. You can click on it and then join here on Facebook, on YouTube also Obi to me. I follow. Yes. And see, said na Miss Catcher do. Seven started now. I just want people to come on before and sana ever started because issue no you started from the middle a better style so I just want us to at least begin from somewhere then just give me a few minutes now. Supreme Court. And see, said an American and Sembebre asi from Nano Eba Besi your friend said and eguso. Now the raw showdown no ever happen on Tuesday. Watch out. They say the real showdown will happen on Tuesday our Parliament because that is when Parliament ever reconvene after this whole Buhahaya Kosui. Then we're going to see the action the Speaker of Parliament is going to take regarding this particular development Kosui. So wherever you are, just I don't want to waste much of your time. Oba, then you join us. So let's roll. Said na Mexico, so Ghana, yamra ne kwanya ya faso ye nhyehyeye our parliament and na for no ma. The has always been say we MP na say constituency to abama either say we independent candidate and na say we a political party NDC MPP whichever political party na sa wujina on the ticket of the party now called parliament na yeto abamawa okwa represent the people in your constituency using the party wujina so no as a vehicle with the buyer. There has been instances that people go to parliament and omunya issues with their political party. So in the end, cross carpet. So when you cross carpet, meaning say within the space of 4 years, but party now with the buyer, and as an independent take it now with the buyer, one person will be so be cross to join the other political party now. And Mrana say, who knew who quite be set party now wouldn't take it by no overcoso. Agina akase we party ni and political parties ni nyina kra san won hyehyɛ a kyerɛ sɛ we NDC ni ana we MPP ni na wo kase wo bie wa no kase wo free party nim akɔ join another party a you lose your membership. So at that point wontumi nyina party ni take it so we candidate and you best go back to the constituency na party na wo say enuma enna enne wa join no wako amaya kwa jina ni take it amaya ya by election na so we ne a we de aba. In the past so we follow politics in Ghana, there are a number of such cases I see in the past. Enti enwa na ewo ma ene yaba beduru ha ene enti sa obekaya the most recent one papa na amofra ne Asiama on oko Fomena constituency na oye MPP ye fen say MP our Fomena. And this is what happened. Oko parliament, parliamentary primaries. Na omode beba parliament we ya 8th parliament me. Nema biano ba kwa na mbienu bi anko yi ama no enti no oka say free neko wayi ne ho free MPP na oko as an independent candidate. The then speaker of parliament Michael Quay acting as a speaker, rule say the mere fact say Asiama MPP ni na waka say the next parliament na Obano enya de say oba begina MPP di mu na oko as an independent intino oni ho kwan so oba parliament say or MPP ni biem enti he was duly suspended from representing his people in parliament. Because I'm running elections, not time, no now swan we now it was time interval so now quite by elections and then but it's a nanka and merewuma nanka say by elections. But he was duly suspended from parliament by Michael Quay or cited your friend said the constitution of the Republic of this country and your friend saying a parliamentary standing orders ruling no portions of it have been captured me ready amawati sabaya obete ne mase why a man for bash the Supreme Court, the hypocrisy and what is happening now the assessor these are the critical questions that will be a pabisa. That particular ruling saw the ousting of Asiama man call constituency or contest quantum cro ampa man when samba parliament as an independent candidate, or by eventually he joined the MPP again as an independent candidate, or by any business with a majority. Fine. You go into this elections way, 4 MPs, and let me just open ways when I say 4 MPs are a movement has to do with the MPP and a mubako has to do with the NDC. And Sam Crofo way, take it or what they call parliament, Sa take it mujina so they call parliament, going into the next elections, and yes, I take it and what they call parliament. Sa any paya make on say means Supreme Court ruling over as I will have a body or say Honorable Andrew Asiama Amwakon, that is the former MP, Masma Mekan, currently only the 2nd Deputy Speaker of Parliament. Then you come to Cynthia Morrison, on a current Member of Parliament for Agona West. And our Honorable Kojo Asante, Member of Parliament for Suhum in the Eastern Region, or MPP, one NDC person in the womb, Peter Yao Kwache Aka, Member of Parliament for Amenfi Central, or Nona Joanna Kujo, Aquacutuna, or no so more than a court or electoral commission, so was suspended, which means that particular constituency, near my course is a electoral commission in Jinaso, a year the OYA, it means a Memphis Central NDC will not get a representative. Our best stand for the party. But that is not the issue I may discuss. The issue I may discuss, and then they say, so we have names in my mama on that. Sanko for win, first one, a year. Your friend is saying, I see my American as a mean. Remember, say, or buy as an independent candidate to Parliament. And as I say, the next elections, or say, or standing on the ticket of the MPP, Makoto primaries, a man winner. So, Obi away independent candidate, what cross carpet, I will say, over MPP, pair, and Brana, Dahona, Yedi, Amam for ABC, and no, automatically, you get suspended from Parliament. And our Cynthia Morrison, on also the same thing. On also the constituency air that gonna West, while lose the seat. I also on Tiasia, on Tenafie, or as an independent candidate, and the also cross from MPP to become an independent person, and the also for feature, Abba. Then Oko Suhuma. MPP also lose the seat, but also on Tenafie, or as an independent candidate this time around, and for future will happen. Ena yaw Peter Kwache Aka or also the NDC member of Parliament, also the same thing. And so we had a principle in as a form by Parliament. And okay, let me start this way. So about your democracy now, your perform hana. There were three big arms. The legislature, the executive, and then the judiciary. So these three big institutions, play quite a crucial role. Omunyina at a pedestal, they are all equal. But democracy is such that when enough power is given to one arm, one ebiana wa encroach and also will go beyond that particular power. So these three big institutions, there is something we call check and balances. We so now we so now we so. Sebaya powers in our constitution, they are these big institutions. Omunina ya pet in terms of power and as a form. Obi NTT obi so. So say that here. President and the Parliament. Parliament and your friend is saying, say, President are appointed ministers of state in the Nasa form until Parliament be vetted approve what munina jiatumno. Even though Sanko for a president now appoint you more there, but a Parliament and vetted who says Sanko for way or mood as a fata, you cannot become a minister. The president appointed Obi as a Supreme Court judge and then as a form chief justice also wine until Parliament back say okay those people cannot start working. Check and balances sanity. And Parliament and so the NSA, honestly, the NSA or Yamra. Honestly, or Yamra no ria until said the executive arm or the president and the pen, the paper basis so assign the signature was here no Samra no useless and Yaduma. Sana Parliament to say Mrawi Nasa Bibi Cobone, Nasa and Kwana and Koya. Obi betimi atam e de akokota ma court nso ahwe sa ansem num ahu se asem we ya mra we ya Parliament de babontin we ba kwa na mienu indirect contradiction and say it's not in line and say enye consistent with the provisions of our constitution enti court no enye bibi mfa ho. These are the basic your friend saying relationship existing when it comes to separation of any separation of power, check and balances. And separation of powers and also no obia wo adwuma es oye at the other arm no any ho kwan to interfere. Parliament ye na adwuma or ho kwan so ye na adwuma, the court cannot interfere. The president ye na adwuma otimi ye na adwuma, the judiciary or another parliament cannot interfere. So that separation of powers align certain inherent powers be to these organs or they are absolute, they are way until say you can prove say I infringe on the fundamental right and I say bit me cause harm and then as a phobia and no you're taking it up. But anyasa parliament is the mara no court or no president can say munja mraneshe. You do not have that power. Sa na court to asem so na odi a parliament ntimi nka say hey munja asem no di. Say president fa paper na pen na o sign ade a. That is why na make as a president the Kufuor to deliberately decided say LGBT law no own sign because or say asem no court. In the exercise of your function, signing that particular way, no court. I was asking we so and a bit me stop with the president from assenting to that particular bill. That's what senti we are because you need to act before obia deeming say irregular or unconstitutional. Then you can begin the judicial process. I don't know if you get what I'm saying because in signing, nobody can restrain you, not even the court can restrain the president from exercising that fundamental basic power conferred on him by the constitution. That's when the act is commissioned, it is in flagrant abuse, then you can act using the court, but you cannot stop the president. So here. And I said we call Parliament, and there has been a president or a president last year. You could see clearly my culture said Kwe use the same law procedure, and then I said for them this whole thing, and then Asiama was booted out. And then Yababe through had these 4 MPs Americans say me I go through the same way. In Parliament a day before, who says Speaker of Parliament now say listen to some of the MPs, their leadership, in the end, or the ruling now ruling in Yama and Afenyo Markins knew what they say not only the Besia and or Shasia this processes is not for say or see your friend is saying Speaker of Parliament, but remember, sir. Speaker of Parliament at the statement let the Biababontin or expressing disapproval the way and manner you see a servo no na because obekaya emrada ho ketea obianim said in the exercise of their legislative functions said parliamentarian na juma mu a untimi nkosa wo servo no the same way police cannot go to parliament and arrest a parliamentarian. Say onam kwan so ekọ na dwuma mu a wontumi nkohia no emfa we ma no. So the circumstances are even yekọ servo Speaker of Parliament sa circumstances na nkasa legally questionable. And again, yet Speaker of Parliament Attorney General so involved because the suit is between against the Speaker of Parliament and then the Attorney General because I will sue government institution, the Attorney General and the legal way for the offense of government. So you need to include him in the suit as to whether government or whatever or one of the set the union a common montino you won't even hear. That is the problem. So sorry, let me just on if you have any comments and as for you can write your comments here. I will read Obia Wahabia if you want to. Yes, you can write your comment, anything, you can just put it here. Okay. So whether he was served or not, that particular thing you discuss it. That's fine. Speaker Kotana said in the ruling by Bontin said, in line with conventions, provisions of the constitutions, and relevant articles of the standing orders of Parliament, where Jinasu said, the president are there for us to see, or more, I'll go against the standing orders, the constitution of this country, for that matter, So almost say almost free party in India, and the vehicle take it on what they buy, they are not worthy to stand in for them anymore. And na papai etama CMC or the cocoa, my can't circumstances are the servo or Speaker of Parliament. The letter tintin tia babontin expressing disapproval, the way a manner it was done, blah blah blah. Yeah, fine. So and as I Twitter, I don't know if I can get it for you to read that. Twitter Cecilia Menoka say ya. Twitter. I don't know if you see. Unanimous FC is trending. And say Ghana, how can say you can't unanimous, you can say 11 a unanimous FC na Supreme Court. It has been trending since yesterday till now. Ghana for AD a judiciary no fell. The question is why? The why and what they may be away. You see, Afenyo Markins file the suit, you know. In the day now, Speaker of Parliament, ruling, no. Less than 12 hours. Okay, less than 24 hours. Now, Afenyo Markins atimi enya Chief Justice. Ama nati asiye. Ama wasate a panel. Ama through S party. You can't S party enya illegal. Legal. Under certain circumstances, you can use S party application to your friend is saying, obviously Ivan is X, not Twitter. yeah, I know. So you're switching, you know. So okay, X, people know what you're referring to. Twitter. Thank you very much, Michael Asamoah. So, but so we have Asama Americana, ruling na abana ene akwakudru quarter. Ye can na. It started from me say okoye through S party application. S party ne say me no wasem say ye the court na ye koka. But the exigency of the situation will not permit to say ye nyina ye nso aye ho court. Enti kwantem kromen kwa me ko ade me makoka men sama kire court say ade we ye kosi stop no. Na so one stop here it will cause irreparable damage. Ye kasa pending determination no say asem ni ye di wi a ye be di awie no na ade kro na ye kasa ye no asai kra. And this over here the Ghana Police Service open your friends saying we use S party application wo kroma Ghana Police Service o kasa wo ko demonstration ya kiki on ya mo bia mane your lawyers your hwan ya bo bia mane no nko afa kude no akwasha court na court na bua de amano na ya stop you from what you're doing. And the most of the injunction application a police service called nyina no a true S party, but S party no a special circumstances and no bia na kokwaje depending on the exigency of the situation at hand. The question is said, how exigent is that this particular situation? A warranted the Supreme Court to grant S party your friend say to your friend is saying majority leader of parliament without listening to the speaker or the attorney general? That is the question we are asking. Because the Bible can you really natural why a court no free say S party application is justifiable under the circumstances our Afenyo Markins S party nature say Afenyo Markin kwan na court and ordinance ekogu if a chief justice anim yam fresh speaker yam mona mane ne lawyer nka ho ebi akwa no kura nim because so her circumstances or fa so mo serve no na ono kra dika ka say the circumstances were illegal and processes no the procedural infractions and errors no na edoso enti no enya appropriate, so to him he has not been served. And my cultural attorney general whether he was served or not, and then the same people until omukra de omushu yanka and a S party and or the cultural court to say Speaker of Parliament ya de bi parliament de na omoye no ni da ho bone and omugu so omoye deliberately no asema omuka o Speaker of Parliament ne NDC for more parliament bone abo mutim omo pese omo say government business air cost or house no on person omo botugu ma omo disrupting business air cost in the house. And for that matter ntino until se court no betie asema or de ba pa no onjina nsam kakra ya wakan isu say Speaker of Parliament ruling na order ba enra no Supreme Court emontungu ana ontwensensen onfa ehye emfa na taboa ento speaker so say emano implemented the execution of that particular event ruling no it should stay. Stay means that they should not go ahead to implement it until final determination of the main case na or not their ban. and Supreme Court. So your Matthias here, the walking in a yajatuma without listening to anybody. So the questioner, ama unanimous 11, unanimous FC air trendy in the all over no has to do with one basic thing. Yes, you can ex parte application, or sometimes it depends on the matter in nature. A capture public interest. Are very, very important in the form. But the question I'm asking is say ye 4 people from Parliament of 276. Again, Quine Bensona air fast was stopping parliamentary business. It decided nipa for no free parliament. Parliament in a jabetum and they can't do business. So in the wisdom of the Supreme Court, one of the cases are Fenyo marking, and let me read the release. Okay, I'm going to start it from here so that maybe you can understand the whole thing. And also, I can read the whole judgment. I can read the whole judgment. And yeah, way. You let me start. Pakwasi, a friend saying, a bedu led by Joe Gatti for the applicant with John Bossman and Sandra Osei. That is the legal representation for Nipana, a Fenyomark or the case in the court. So according to the first lawyer, and I'll say we have an application as party for stay of execution of the ruling of the Speaker of Parliament delivered on the 17th of October 2024 pending the determination of this suit. We seek an order from this court staying the ruling of the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, ordering 4 members of Parliament, namely Makawini Momodada Intino. I move this motion. I move in terms of motion paper supporting affidavit and exhibit. And no, the friend is saying evidence or the support here or the originals or can I say we refer to paragraph 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9 of our affidavit in support. In paragraph 4, the Speaker of Parliament was served through legal department with writ an application for the injunction. Our almost serve the Speaker of Parliament. My catcher said when the Speaker is in the chamber doing his business and as for you cannot serve him. Okay, so by presumption of law, he knew of the pendency of this action. That is according to the lawyers. Okay, in paragraph 5, Speaker at sitting on 17th of October 2024 disclosed that he had been informed by the plaintiff applicant hearing that he had been sued by the virtue of his office. So that is according to lawyers, the Speaker of Parliament Ankasa recognizes through his office, that particular suit has been filed. He was very much aware of the question of interpretation of Article 97, 1G and H, where the subject of a suit for interpretation before this court. Okay, by this acknowledgement, he was required by law to restrain himself from pronouncements made. And there are some can say, due to the fact that some man go or suit to know a corner office money who answer and not speak and do ruling about on ten crano. Not I was sent ojai because onimsa semno or the court a bedi one sem till new quansanka or this are any ruling be a babon thing. So we have come as party. So lawyer say the reason why mobile said they have come as party because of the urgency of the matter and upon the conjoint reading of these articles, Article 29, Clause 5, and the Order 1933 of CI 47 of the High Court, that is the Civil Procedure Rules, where the subject of the application is likely to cause irreparable damage, a stay of execution must be granted. And citing these relevant articles, I will have a lawyer say court engine so and stop the Speaker of Parliament from the obeyana. Nasa okoso nasa ruling a coso egina, then they will cause irreparable damage. So the question is, will be so when I say what irreparable damage and a speaker really and free where ever cause. eno or be enough grounds for the your friend say Speaker of Parliament and now say for the Chief Justice in the for to agree. Okay, so others in here we have come as party. Yes, my we refer to paragraph 8 and the enumeration of says grounds. So grounds now we so we free say necessary so on as party. Now your friend is saying Speaker of Parliament amane AG any representative obi ama court obi na ono nkwa na yama na kwan ma ngina ho na onka na sem na say one eno nie as party because of the likely mischief being a halt to the business of Parliament, especially committees chaired by the majority members. Eti okoka kire court say you can mischief a wonim say washada wo ye adebone asay obi ade NDC ni Speaker of Parliament ashada say on person almost say government business a cost of Parliament na say court no an stop this ruling na the speaker na ye no that is what omo person omo ye enunti na waba enti a mischief and a speaker na NDC for person omo ye omo sa anwea de go aban business im maybe some who say said this 4 members of Parliament at NDC ni ka ho no say omo free house na the remaining MPs no in majority no can they transact business if people are there to work with their conscience 275 minus 3 minus 4 crime ben disruption ben na cause our Parliament I need to Supreme Court be so akasa an mejetum why no 2 likelihood of the current minority members doing everything in their power to halt business of government in this dying minute of the period to 2024 elections. So I'm stopping this ruling now. I say NDC for your friends almost buy no crime for some more idea. Or more bonnie or mutim so almost say government near my all in the dying a few days to elections, Again, a delay in appropriation, which could also require the approval of Parliament. Sikadie then as a for number for so your friends are buying person or approval sikad more de todi or more tone kwan for some by your money ma. Then because that be say dear bang and as our MPs will free what person we are want to me. If indeed the emotive now what they yes are a quite altruistic, then the parliamentary and young and the reasonable grounds for more they what to stop them say among your business. Then the ruling amount to ruling now Speaker the amount to denial of the constitutional right of these 4 constituencies to be lawfully hana yame de say afenyo mark ya tenase ahunyansa ahu say 4 weeks to elections say yama these people antena Parliament omo nkrofo a omo represent omo in their very constituency will not have a representation in Parliament. I mean, beside me, say, nipa no more your friend saying, shall, I'm from saying, shall constituency omo de omo nye nipa omo ye moa omo ye mura. Eti for 4 years they cannot have representation in Parliament. But Supreme Court who say nipa from this constituency omo ye nipa omo ye Ghana for. And even 4 weeks, they cannot be denied of a representation. But shy for the Omudo Nipa, a powerful lobbying as a for Omo Sabi, Omo ye, and merit into Omudo 4 years, Omoya representative cry, and Yashe. God don't forget to say, Assembly Court, Supreme Court to say they should regularize it and make sure say in the upcoming elections, they will have representation. So these people have been denied representation in Parliament for 4 good years. And the directive of the Supreme Court and they prolong this particular thing. What a joke. And your friend is clearly the Speaker of Parliament was usurping the original and exclusive jurisdiction of this honorable court, and he himself recognized it by over understanding of Article 97(1)(h)(g). The step taken by these 4 parliamentarians were meant for 9th Parliament of Ghana coming in different identities. So according to him, decisions in as for normal or more, they are in direct contravention with these articles or what can, because decision on taking is not going to affect this parliament, the subsequent parliament. And last year now, Marco Kwe, a pam, we man got to know, or no dear, not parliament, ben no affecting no. Because as a for the door 9 the behavior as irrationally, but you say young people in more dear. But this is a precedent I set at all for a month for to come and follow. So it does not amount to, or say the it does not amount to crossing carpet in the current parliament. The speaker did not point to any communication from the MPs. They were not heard at all, and so their right and the rules of natural justice, the friends of their constituencies has been breached. A federal marking say, and I'm saying, nipa 80 we are a seminal affect you more. And when you more Kenya, and so one if one is not heard there, yes, we will deny the person natural justice. And Tina waba court na wabano, nipa na odo more back court no, nobody has been heard. He came through S party or back through S party to argue on a point to be a young man. Oh, brother. Okay, granted a maximum of 10 days, we shall repeat this. So I know a judge, lawyers, a boy, I endorse if I can read all. So court, is ruling on the by the court. And I'll say the plaintiff, the applicant, has presented this present ex parte application for stay of execution of a ruling of the Speaker of Parliament declaring vacant the seat of 4 MPs and ordering the current members of Parliament to vacate their seat in Parliament on account of his declaration. Okay, this is the court recounting what has happened. So we have read the supporting affidavit and attached exhibit, as well as the release endorsed on the writ of summons filed on the 15th of October, which provide the basis of this current application. So we note from Exhibit B the official report on the parliamentary debate on Thursday, 17th of October 2024, pages 15, 16, 17, that the Speaker of Parliament was aware, court knew, that the bailiffs of the Supreme Court had served the current action on him through the legal office of Parliament. His objection, which means the court is aware, says Speaker of Parliament, actual about since circumstances no more no weren't right. And the court say they are aware of his objection to this proper service of a process from the Supreme Court, that it had not been done on Monday, because now or did say Monday and they say any processes be, because that will give them that particular ample time to find him, but be or you serve them then as a forum. Court and they say we appreciate the urgency and the special circumstances presented to support the filing of this application. And the urgency that making can urgency now. Papa me bro di na me refi. Afenyo marking a site and on the Supreme Court, they understand the urgency and the special circumstances of this matter. But question is open issue ba special circumstance and urgency there is no case about the LGBT case. That case has been pending at the Supreme Court for years. And Kramofo Ekasa, a Christopher Ekasa, a Comfo Ekasa, activists Ekasa, media for Ekasa, or every single person in this country want a determination on that particular matter. Till date, but wait less than 12 hours, the Chief Justice was able to constitute a panel. And panel now constitute appointees of the President Akufo-Addo. All the 5 panels, including the Chief Justice, and Nipa Nanwada, and San were appointed 2023. Akufo-Addo appointees, so you know where it is going. Okay. So they say they appreciate the urgency and the special circumstances lie. Or say the urgency and the special circumstances lie in the effect of the impugned ruling, which include ruling now. Speaker of Parliament at the Babontin, the Supreme Court judges described the ruling as an impugned ruling, depriving the 4 constituencies, the MPs, of their right to represent their constituency. Okay, the said 4 constituencies in the Ashanti, Eastern, Western region have been deprived. This is the Supreme Court talking now. Have been deprived of their basic democratic and constitutional right of representation in Parliament until the next Parliament by the said ruling. And the court to say that yes, Uncle you can't deny them 4 weeks now. They need to have representation in Parliament. And the question is, Sha for no more. The people of Sha, or Chinese. So for them there, they can sit home for 4 good years without representation. And Supreme Court said, you regularize it. Oh, I'm there, your jam, I'm fish, I'm merit, until they can sit home for 4 good years without representation. But some come once a media for 4 weeks, they can't be denied. This is your Supreme Court for you. Okay. So I say the applicant urges and the applicant say and or they appreciate. And in the conclusion, the applicant can omojitum omunyina unanimous unanimous FC internet trend. The applicant urges and we appreciate that the said ruling will also likely lead to alleged thwarting of government business in Parliament and plunge the due management of the affairs of this country into possible disruption. That is the most stupid reasons are in terms of this particular thing. Because Speaker of Parliament will know their banner and tam Parliament and koshe baby and go Parliament and to Parliament team and minim the basis of Parliament if this indeed said these 4 people are taken out. Would Parliament close down? So the disruption of Supreme Court, so what Jatun say, ever cause a disruption. On what basis would this disruption happen? This disruption bang because members of Parliament are 275. So we 5 for free man, I cut 270. So 270 a then disruption the because what Emma won't mean your moduma. If we are being sincere, that is according to the ruling. Say, Yamakwanya, Nasa ruling open there. There will be disruption in parliamentary business. Disruption, bang. Parliament jabatom. Ana omuntimin ko parliament biem. Omuntimin form quorum enya adwuma. So, what is this disruption that the Supreme Court is talking about? So, the catcher say your state institutions in a shameless, shameful institution. Abaya toys like stooges, people acting to please people. And the basic element of common sense reasoning, they are far watching it, and people are acting on their impulses and on emotions. Because and I can't really me through this particular point. I was shocked to say, your friend saying likely to lead to your friend saying government business planned government business into possible disruption. Parliament will close down. And I'm pissing on my kind because of Mumia for coffee and Oba one of the pam would be kasa. You can argue. What a joke. And again, I say furthermore, the subject matter of this suit raises questions of constitutional interpretation and application of the most fundamental and democratic right of Ghanaian being the right to be represented and heard in Parliament through their reps. This is a Supreme Court advocating dearly for the people. No, you can't deny them because omo representative. Shafo no, omo yankoko, onto omo de, omo hien, omo they don't need representation. Shameless people. Your friend is saying, and I'll say, if this impugn, and the Supreme Court is consistently using the word impugned ruling by Speaker of Parliament. So impugned ruling na Speaker Diabano say Ojano na se estandia, it will render the grave issues raised in the substantive actions nugatory. Say Ojai na se asem estandia. Then your friend is a main issue now. Suit number 10 and news. Your course your quatana so I can one sama. Then a soon name for so be a better irrelevant, a better mood. And on the balance of law, exhibit and fact placed before us. So this is the final ruling. We are satisfied that the duly elected representatives in question were not heard on the extremely critical issue raised, and therefore we make the following orders. So this is the ruling. What the Bible says. 1. The execution of the ruling of the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Aban Sumana Kingsford Babin, dated 17th of October 2024, delivered on the floor of Parliament, declaring vacant the seats of the following members of Parliament, blah 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 blah. You know them already. Constituency is hereby stayed pending the final determination of this suit numbered, blah 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 blah. Main suit, not even a date has been set for. Way into our Parliament, and the Parliament of Ghana is hereby directed to recognize and allow the 4 affected members of Parliament herein named to duly represent their constituents and conduct full scope of the duties of their offices as members of Parliament pending the determination of this suit. In view of the gravity of the issues raised in this instant suit and the urgency of this matter, this court hereby direct, pursuant to Article 129(4) of the 1990 Constitution and Rule 5 of CI 16, the defendant, that is the Speaker of Parliament, the Attorney General, are to file their statement of case within 7 days of service of this ruling. The parties are further ordered to file their joint memorandum of issues within 7 days of filing of their statement of case for the due hearing of this suit. The justice is normal signed Justice G.S. Tokondo, Mrs. Chief Justice, Justice Mariama Owusu, Ms. Justice of the Supreme Court, S.K.A. Asiedu, E.Y. Gawu, and Y. Daku Asare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are your friend saying judges are omotena asem no so a omudiye a enu nti ene eye we case na or the babonten no Speaker of Parliament case na or the babonten no ya boto agunguram say eni nine bia agina so ye mfa so ni so enti yantungu. And it's so sad and shameful where we are today, and I'm just trying to find something. Okay, so we have Nipa 5 na omotena cases no so na make catch say they were all appointed within by Akufo-Addo na. First one, CJ Gertrude Tokono, nominated to the Supreme Court in 2019, made Chief Justice by 2022 by President Akufo-Addo. And he call Supreme Court bench so 3 years per another by Chief Justice. Nina Akufo-Addo ne shoot no the by Justice Mariama Owusu, nominated and sworn in into the Supreme Court in 2019 by President Akufo-Addo. That's the second judge. The third one, Justice K.A. Asiedu, nominated and sworn into the Supreme Court in 2022 by President Akufo-Addo. Third one, Justice Yao Gawu, nominated to the Supreme Court in 2022 and sworn in 2023 by President Akufo-Addo. Justice Yao Dako, that is the last one, nominated and sworn into the Supreme Court in 2023 by President Akufo-Addo. So you can relate. That is the point we find ourselves in now. And I think this is the entire ruling. So you can, on your own time, if you want a copy to read, I think they're available. You can download, or you can play back the video. Those of us more joining you later. No, I have read the whole ruling. You can just go through, and one kasa, you can pinpoint the intellectual loopholes, the inconsistencies, the hypocrisy, and the fact is the obvious biases what ruling. And if you what who says Supreme Court trended on various platforms, and yes, a Ghana for any respect for that judiciary. No, I'm telling you, say, Ope Kroba Kwa, a move for a what a respected power a Ghana. But if you go to social media and you gauge, and my catcher say, we are Chief Justice, and now we are Supreme Court judge. Now, Ufri say, sitting in the four corners of the courtroom, no, it ends there. You are a joke because you are working for the people of this country. And whatever that you do must be accepted, respected by the people. So consistently, no, so we'll gauge the pulse of this country, read the mood, the sentiment being expressed by the people. Now, who say every single day, would you ruling on team, among for question, among for a revolt, you should know that something is wrong and that you need to put your ass together and fix whatever the problem it is. But this attitude of belligerence, this attitude of indifference, I don't care. I can do whatever the hell I want, you know. And then every blessed day, this shameful, embarrassing, this kind of way, so. Because you can't blame anybody but Parliament. I'm gonna cover way because Parliament nanka omodo see form no mo behave as a responsible institution nka we bia ma because Parliament no mu ne ho enti no obia de beyewo because nka this arms of government na obia adwuma. I'm expecting say for the first time the Speaker of Parliament will call the bluff of the court. Our Chief Justice say or your bar omra Parliament ho na regularize it the ruling. But so far as I sit as a Speaker of Parliament, I am not recognized any ruling. Now you a proper showdown in this country. Now you because the abuses, the indignation, and the kind of insult are all caught consistently under President Akufo-Addo. Omu spew to Parliament, rob Parliament of anything. It turns Parliament into a hall of garbage. Anything, just pour on them and then you get away with it. It's very sad, very embarrassing. And I say this not because the issue of OB is involved in them. No, because you see, my cancer, the executive can do their assesses in them. The judiciary can do whatever that the Parliament can do over the years. But one sensitive institution, the sanctity, the integrity, the independence, the sense of thinking, reasoning, sense of neutrality can never seem to be compromised by the judiciary. Never. But unfortunately, every blessed day, the judiciary has become a subject of public mortification on various platforms. So maybe I go to Twitter and me share that screenshot ebi ediguho unanimous FC ebi emwa trend menim so obehu a. I don't know how I'm supposed to show this thing to the camera. I don't know. When it's settled down, you see unanimous FC. Second one, emwa and the trend on Twitter, which is not supposed to be the case. But what is the level of trust and confidence the average and the ordinary Ghanaian call to know for the sake, I call to know for the sake, this institution. How? And that is the fundamental challenge that the court needs to sit itself on its ass and find out, no, why is it that all the time? Because you are not in the court to give ruling. That is not what I'm saying. You are not there to please people. You are there to work. but in the discharge of your duty, you need to exhibit certain sense of neutrality, some way, not there, because circumstances are Supreme Court dimrika batena same way so. Now several other important issues were pending between ne. Now yente kroma na electoral commission say or your registration your friend is saying district offices, NDC and two other political parties. Sorry, forgive me. NDC and six other political parties. A court to say injunction to stop Supreme Court from doing what they are doing. In the end, the Chief Justice said to find the date or Maya win your date. And you want people to trust such an institution? Modern tenants, some no swa my electoral commission yet, they're all we and some of us are set date at the assembly. And the which means and some young was some to we because I dare now we seek it to stop on my year, but a neck. Supreme Court to a who here about culture Ghana for say your home can say ye jaima I did not pend for a day and I said 2 krana irreparable damage will happen. And in the past, no more the case in the by no more and your irreparable damage by and you can live in a decent democratic country and put up such a behavior, especially when people have consistently expressed doubt about your neutrality, your loyalty. Nipa no mugu bench no so nyina no akofo ado na fa nyansa kwan so asesa wo nyina do mo ba begu so na omo ba so abrabo na ese mo bom amamfo agimudi no sa abrabo no so you are not even leading that kind of life. Maka Adia a democracy jinaho a trust and confidence the general public will pursue in these institutions. Now say you sacrifice that trust among for one for your personal vendor, personal greed, whatever. Now you continue to give such your friend saying rulings, put up such behavior in this country. Trust me, Ghana for who be pay you. It got to a time Ghanaians got fed up with this whole democracy stuff, and in the end they ripped it down. Where we are, we don't want to get to that point. But Nema is when people gradually lose interest in state institutions. State institutions gradually among for lose interest in state institutions. Among for court, parliament, and then your friend saying where can who be your friend is saying where can who be electoral commission eka ho bi ena sa niema ni nyina ene Ghana ni cannot trust state institutions, and you think that is a positive sign? I think we need to cut the bullshit and come to the realization, say we are working for people. You see, first and on I because and my God, and my Lord, na we didn't say hey, this era, sans no, and this era, this generation, this Gen Z generation, you know, sign cross seven on my Lord now, betting I had the open offer. What didn't say yes, you bass as no, but didn't say people will hold him by the neck. Abisano, why you did what you did. And that is the era. You can't change nothing. The only option you have to warrant respect is to do the right thing. Asemno, we are not here to always agree with the Supreme. No, because when I walk see or apply whichever way. But obviously, Ghana ni who bronia, who say way broni. Ordinary people can just look at judicial rulings at the highest level and say, come on, what kind of silly ruling is this? These are average people. They've never been to law school. But when they look at the ruling, it defies common sense. Because, you know, there is one basic thing of be logic, reasoning. And these are the fundamental elements upon which every law was built on. There is no single law in this world that edifies logic, reasoning, and common sense. No law. Enti upa sunya law kwatena bonsam tiso. Na your fundamental way no edify logic, reason, and common sense ya. And your law being a wasunya. Your personal vendor been a when you 2 minutes would disappear. It's the reason why people can easily punch holes in judicial ruling and cite some of these indiscretions. So it's up to them. But Ghanaians are watching. If we are not careful, maybe yanom de any opportunity about the church him sabi amam for better CEO. And maybe people will not understand. They will not even care about your interpretation. And if you are not lucky, we will lose this whole thing called democracy. And that will take us centuries back. There are a lot of people who say oh, na on a coup, me say, what do I remember for coup? Because soldier for now, we need to know we coup, no, ye miss our soldier for no be. The same people, same mindsets, are corrupt people you see within the political space, military no quite there time. So it's the same corrupt bunch of people now do a mobile and yet most of them don't thrive on principle, values, those kind of way. Because a political appointment and I know politics now more in the army. So you stand there and military may take you over. You are just joking. I understand there are genuine, passionate young people within, but those people cannot even get close to anywhere to say, so all that we have is to use our voices to send a message across. I also wouldn't other people also have other options that they can take. Then you know, say, we need to get serious. When you're to me and just for and use that power to serve people. Make sure you live right and do the right thing, and people will automatically respect you. At to me, do a federal markings so within 24 hours, Obenya Chief Justice also why you busy. And the justification or they might say say you more judges of member Supreme Court also because and a human also less than 6 hours would me constitute panel moment can I say this same with the ruling Babon thing stop it Speaker of Parliament say a money implementing a way. And you think Ghanaians are dumb? You need to get serious. We really need to get serious. Like I said, I think that my buyer for the ruling and much has been said about it. And while we're back late, I think that you can play back and then watch everything once again because I've gone through the entire ruling that was given by the Supreme Court yesterday. Ruling as Speaker of Parliament, the Babonting. Why, under certain mysterious circumstances, Chief Justice within less than 12 or whatever hours, what you say, citing exigency and special circumstances. Now, what kind of ruling now here exigency in special way no come them now? What you say, clearly you see, say, nipa bi na abo birum pa and so they need to act to please their paymasters. That's all. Because circumstances and all citing is so shameful and so time. Monko so ana mungu judicial nanimasia na demo penman sabeka. Because open institution back when time wo kruma enya kono Ghana for need respect. Obuhu ni sasebi could ababi esi baby it's the court today. Uni mama catch you. Shameless people. Good afternoon. I think that we shall meet again. Okay, I think that I need to read some of the messages. Abba, sorry, before I go. Saki, yes, hi. Adomako Ben, hit the bottom and share. Okay. Oh, okay. I have to share what to who? Okay, I'll try and do that. Minimum how, but I'll just find a way. YouTube live, no. Then saying I will be doing more. So, or page, so now when you subscribe here, just subscribe. We'll be doing more. So when I go live, you get notification. And see, Ivan Che Innocent one, subscription or just subscribe. subscribe, and then join us. I upload a lot of videos, so you opportunity to be here and all the time. Then saying, I'll just try and come live. Tomorrow I'll be here. And so when you subscribe, subscribe. So ubenya your friend say notification when I come live, so that because you start here no nani panusa, but as we go on but normally basa oba be see issues no, you will not understand them. And when you subscribe there, please subscribe na yanko subscribe na yanko. So Michael Amponsan, yes, it's Ivan. Wisdom majority leader filed the suit even before the super. Yes, it's true. It's funny. Hi, Ivan, watching you from New York. Philip Jima, thank you very much. My brother Freddie, God bless you, my brother. God bless you, my brother. Forces of state capture at play. Yes, and several others. Eric Denzi, get to take on noise the media. Oh, another part that were 12th century Chief Justice. The friend is saying, Kofi, the Parliament of Ghana shouldn't approve the. Oh, yes, that is the showdown some of us are expecting to see. And American Parliament and Ankasa is serious. So sometimes when you're speaking for them, you just have to, because abaya fianga way mensa etimi disenfranchise a whole constituency for 4 good years until day. That injustice to rectify as business as usual. I approve of the ministers and that's who will take you serious. So the court can sit anywhere and think that they can direct you or bet me so obey mama wajun so on so yeah for Johnson on the show. That is what is going on. So like I said, subscribe and then let's get interactive tomorrow. I'll come back again and then we will